My name is James Williams Jr. and this will have to be my last video for tonight because my computer is tripping. I'm probably going to take this thing to Best Buy sometime this weekend just because when you think things can't get any worse, they do. So, here we go. Okay, now, someone Facebook messaged me early this morning about how Trump can win. I haven't been martial art kicked in the head that many times for you to get my vote. So let me talk to you guys on a fucking for real tip. I was never gonna vote for Trump. I'm always gonna be in a Democratic camp unless this guy is a fucking redneck from hell who wants to pull a slavery reboot. So, as your friend, I'm only gonna tell you this once. As anybody's friend who's watching, for all my beautiful followers that are following me, look, my voting status doesn't have to change our friendship. You vote for whoever the fuck you want. I don't care. But don't you dare, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart to the tip of my head and beyond every sperm cell that I'm ever going to put out there. Don't you dare try to sway someone else to vote the way you want to vote. There's a reason why we have the right to vote. It is not your right or your privilege to take someone else's vote from them and try to convince them that your vote is right. Alright? Because that shit's bullshit. Truth be told, before Obama got in, I was already going to vote for Hillary. So when this chance came, I'm sure as hell going to take it. Now, for all of you guys who aren't voting for Hillary, hey, God bless you. I'm not going to be mad at you. It's not my problem. Here's why I'm not going to vote for Donald. See that? Army. When he went after that soldier's families, any chance in hell that he had to get in my vote went to hell right there in a motherfucking handbasket that I kicked right up the devil's ass. Sideways. If you don't like soldiers, you have no business, and I mean no business, running this fucking country. If you want to send soldiers to war and you want to make parents die and then you want to talk shit about them when your fat rich ass is sleeping really good at night while they're worrying about their kids overseas dying and catching bullets because he said it himself, he likes war. Then he insulted John McCain for being a soldier who was a POW. Who the fuck does that? And this guy was supporting you, but yet you slammed him for being a fucking soldier? A motherfucker that's catching bullets for you to spend your millions? Oh, excuse me. You've been bankrupt at least 3 times. I've been breaking up on this guy. And the country is already poor. China has a noose around our neck because we owe them so much fucking money. And you want to give this guy, who is a millionaire while all of us are working 9 to 5s, for those who are working 9 to 5s, you want to give him full reign and make him commander-in-chief over the country when he's been broke? How the fuck does a millionaire go broke? I'm poor. I'm ghetto stink fucking ass poor. If I had $1 million, there's no way in hell I would lose that. You know why? Because unlike millionaires who spend on things they want, I have been taught to only buy shit I need. I need a house. I need a car. I need food. I need to be able to support a family if I choose to have one. I don't need a yacht. I'm not that fond of water. I mean, it's good for drinking and it's good for washing your ass, but other than that, it's not my thing. So I'm not going to buy a yacht. Would I like to have a house in Hawaii? Fuck yes. If I got $1 million, I'm going to get that. But I'm not going to fucking go broke. I'm going to only make investments in shit that I know about. Hasbro toys. I know everything there is about G.I. Joe. They just got the Marvel line of superheroes or whatever. They've had it. I don't know if they still have it, but things that I know. Toys, comic books. I'm going to invest in stock that I'm not going to lose money on. I'm not going to buy some shit that I don't know nothing about. I'm not going to go into Enron because I don't know shit about gas, if they even still do gas. I'm not going to go into anything that has no relevance here or here or here. Am I going to fight lost causes? I will chip in. But I'm not going to give some charity group a whole lot of money without researching these motherfuckers. I'm not just going to burn every fucking dime I have because I've never had a lot of money. But let me get $1 million, Oh, it's off the chain. Because I'm going to invest in myself. First thing on the order is to open up my own studio in Virginia so that I can be close to my mom. So if anything happens, I won't have to try and catch a flight from LA for my acting career to take off because I will own my own shit. I would be a producer of my own show. I would do everything I need to do to get what I need to be. I don't have $1,000,000, so that's not going to happen. But saying if I did, smart investments keep millionaires on the shelf. Bad investments take your money away. Now, let me say other things. I don't agree with the whole NBC and Billy Bush thing, and it's the same thing I didn't agree with them in the Ann Carey thing. But that being aside, first and foremost, anything I said 15 years ago that comes back to bite me in the ass, the people who are employing me really need to just grow up. That doesn't stop the ability of me doing my job. Now, if I'm doing it on live TV and I'm embarrassing the network, okay, you got me. But something I did before I worked for you is irrelevant. Alright? But in that same breath, as a man, there are appropriate things to say and there are inappropriate things to say. If you are dating a woman and she's down with you talking dirty to her while y'all are in the bed and all that shit, cool. But when you see hot chicks outside, the last thing you need to do is say something. Unless you're single and you're trying to get with that chick. But trying to get with that chick and all out spazzing out with the perverted stuff and calling them out of their names and doing this, that, and what have you, and it's not fair to women and it's not cool. And I'm gonna tell you, I'll be the first to tell you, when I was a teenager, I used to trip off our Tampax commercials and shit, right? And then one day, a guy that I worked with at Kegler's asked me if I ever seen this movie called The Watermelon Man. I hadn't, but I did see it finally, and when I saw it, I understood what he meant. So I never, ever laughed or picked up or said anything bad about tampons and Tampax and all these other feminine products and stuff. But when I was a kid, I did because I didn't know. And I grew up with 5 sisters. Now, it's not like you're going to go and ask your sisters if they're time of the month. You kind of figure that shit out and then you go hide quickly. So, for him to go about how you're going to group them by their private parts and all that shit, hey, that's cool and everything. When you have $1,000,000, you can cover some things up. But, once it's hitting the media, it's out there. It's the same thing like if you're doing sexting or anything. Once it's out there, it's out there. So, own it and deal with it. But in that same breath, there's a respect line. Would you say that shit to your mom? Would you want anybody to say that shit to your mom? No. And like I said, I got 5 sisters. I can't pick what dumbass they're going to go and procreate with. But, at that same time, I wouldn't want to see anybody do anything to them. Or talk about them in a lewd manner. But I also don't want to hear it because it's going to make me throw up a little bit in my mouth. But, the thing is, when you're doing things, and more importantly, when you're in the media or you're a public figure or whatever, you really got to watch what you do. You really got to watch what you say. And more importantly, if you have a good fan base, you can't be insulting your fans. You can't be a dick 24 hours a day. When your fans are coming up to you, your fans is how you eat. Your fans is why you have that fancy car, that fancy house, and you're not living at home with your mother, and you're doing everything big time. Your fans keep you hungry. And to the stars who, purposely walk away from shows and shit like that, when the shows are getting in the best seasons ever, you guys kind of forget how it was when you were like me, and you're starving, and you're struggling, and you can't seem to get a real job, so success is your only motherfucking option. You have to remember where you came from. You also have to remember that the people who are feeding your fat ass are the people who you need to take care of. Now, like I said, I have not been kicked in the head half as many times for me to ever vote for Donald Trump. And I've had some concussions. When I was 5, I thought I was the greatest American hero because I had curly hair like William Katz, the star of the show. I've done a lot of dumb things in my life. Voting for Donald won't be one of them. And you can prejudge me if I vote for Hillary. Hey, I don't care. You're probably all going to insult this video anyway. And again, hey, I don't care. You have the right to your opinion. I took the oath of service, so did you could. And there's a song about I'm proud to be an American, and everybody should be proud to be an American. But here's the thing. You're privileged to vote. There are some countries where voting will get you killed. You make the wrong vote, the wrong guy gets in, and you die. I'm going to close out on this. No disrespect to anybody Chinese or of any Asian ethnicity, which includes Native Americans, also Mexicans. Genghis Khan was from Mongolia. He took over China and was declared basically emperor of China. They started working on the wall between his reign or before his reign. And when Japan came in, they had nowhere to go. You really want to build a wall all the way across Mexico through Texas, and you're going to try and run it around the whole thing. But how are you going to get trade ports in if there's a fucking wall blocking the ocean? And we need water to survive. So remember that. And again, if somebody gets uppity and decide that we're going to be a Warring States era, we've got nowhere to go if you build a stupid fucking wall. And one more thing, while we're on the subject of Native Americans and shit, I don't know where you guys are from, and maybe you've neglected some shit in history, but the First Nation people, some of my ancestors, are the only real Americans because they were here first. And that also includes Mexican tribes because they are descendants of the Incans, the Aztecs, and the Mayans, who are a South American brand of Native Americans. Now, the only reason they probably don't count that is because of Cortez bringing everybody in from Spain and just killing everybody and fucking them all up and raping the women and all that shit. History is not just full of mysteries. It's full of hardcore truth that a lot of people can't understand. And yet, you want to keep Mexicans out of a country that technically they are legally entitled to come in because they are of a tribal descent. Look at their ethnic backgrounds. Look at their descents, because down close to that area, Apaches had wars with Mexicans. The Mexicans were also of a Native American tribe. Think that shit over. Search your history books. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Comfort Habit number 2. Be seeing you.